We seen this. You seen the other day when Tyga took a picture in a Duke jersey, number 5 on it.
Right.
And he put a picture side by side of him and Tupac, and he said, "Dad."
Wow.
Simply Dad.
Right.
Well, somebody actually caught up with Tyga, and they asked him about him being Tupac's son. And he was like, nah, Tupac was more of a father than my father. He influenced me as I was growing up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which had us thinking in the building, is rap raising kids these days?
You know, when I was young, like, I really didn't have a father figure. Everybody around me was in a dope game. Everybody around me was dancing. Everybody around me was battle rapping. And to me, being a man was getting into that. Like, if you wasn't into that, then you must have had both parents or something. So when I got into everything, hip-hop was so involved in it that I looked at the father figures in hip-hop, just like what he's talking about, and put myself in place of what they were saying was respect as growing up to be a man. So when you listen to Scarface and the Ghetto Boys, when you listening to KRS-One, Eric B. and Rakim, all those dudes were coming from something that you were already into, and they were telling you that you can get out.
Right.
So you had to feel that spirit and get into that, because that was what really made you go into your lane right. Like, I couldn't be me if it wasn't for hip-hop.
Okay, but look who you mentioned, though. Scarface, Ghetto Boys, Eric B., Rakim, KRS-One. You know, those artists that was speaking some real hip-hop. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Tupac, for a different generation. Tupac, even Biggie.
Right.
You feel me? But today's hip-hop, you got Young Thug, you got Lil Wayne, you got Future, you got, are these artists raising kids these days?
Yes, they are. And the big thing is, no one has put in place anything else to combat it. Once you take a parent out of a household, then another parent in spirit is going to be there through whatever parent is there, or if no parent, and he picks up on the music. The music is so powerful, they used to not have it out here, y'all. They didn't want the blues, they didn't want the jazz, they didn't want stuff that speaks so fluid and natural to you to be into your soul. So once it inhabited it, it gave it a confidence, and it made you go into life different. Every time you wake up in the morning, we play a song, it sets off a spirit in somebody. And hip-hop does that. And whether they know it or not, gangbangers are the new teachers of hip-hop.
Well, you know what? No disrespect to these two artists, because there's two artists that I failed to mention. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. Now, they are dropping hip-hop. They are, I consider them real hip-hop compared to other people that
Young
I said.
Thug, Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah, I definitely consider Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole real hip-hop.
So that means that Jay-Z is the grandfather.
Okay, Jay-Z.
Grandfather. But he got to be the granddaddy over everything, because see, one thing I can say about Kendrick Lamar is Kendrick Lamar has had 4 or 5 albums. And once people started really paying attention to what his message was, now he can create teachings even better. But he had to get you some type of way, and that's how he was brought up.
Hit us up this morning, man. 313-298-1075. Tyga said that, growing up without his father, that Tupac was his dad. He was more of a dad than his real father. He heavily influenced his life, his lifestyle, so on and so forth. Is hip-hop raising our kids, still raising our kids these days?
Is Nicki Minaj your mama?
Ooh. Hit us up, 313-298-1075. I know the kids are in the car. Better yet, parents, if your kids are in the car, let your kids get on too. Is hip-hop raising them?
I swear, if any kid, Young Thug, my daddy.
Y'all keep it locked right here, man.
I'm tired.
It's the morning heat.